Hi, this is Mrs. D. Decker here to show you how to add Pizzazz to your Google Slides file. First, you want to click on under the quick links on the website. You want to click on Google Drive. You'll log in just as you would any other time with your Google account, but once you're in the account, you will see your docs usually or some other screen. You want to first go to the waffle icon and click on that, and you will see what's called slides, so you can get to your slides file. Once you're in your slides, you can pick your file just by clicking on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some text boxes and just add a bunch of color and all good stuff. So here on the toolbar is a text box, so if you want to just simply click on that toolbar, it's just got a little T in it. It's called text box. So you can hover over and see what it is. And then you can just type any text that you want. Let's say I want to type in an N. And then maybe I want to make it bigger. So I want to select it. So I want to click and drag to select it. And I can change the font. I can actually change the size. And I can even make it bolder. And I can even change the color. Here, I'm going to change it to purple. Now another thing you can do, now this is just simply entering one single letter at a time, but let's say I want to use word art. So to go into word art, you just simply go to the insert menu and you click on it, and then you should see something called word art. And you can click on it and it allows you to edit or type in your text. Let's say I want to put Nyla. But here there's a special command here. You have to use Shift Enter in order to get carriage returns or enter keys in between each letter. So here I want to actually hold my Shift key and press Enter, and I'll go to the next line. And now I want to type in a Y, and now I'm going to hold the Shift key again and hit Enter, and then do the L. Hold the Shift key again and hit Enter, and get the A, and again do the H. And once I like what I have, then I can just press enter and it'll save it and it'll put it on my page, and I can resize it. It's kind of cool. You can make it wider and narrower, whichever way you want. I want to tell you a little bit about these handles. That's what these little boxes are around your picture or your text. And for this type of thing, text is really nice. You can use any of the handles, no problem, and you can resize it to whatever you like to see. And maybe you want to change the color of your word art. So if you click on it, then you get a couple of extra icons here. You have like an outline color and a fill color. Let's say I want to make that fill color pink. And now I can also change the font. Let's say I want to put this in the lobster font that I found. If I don't see lobster right away, I can actually scroll down, see if there's any other ones I might like. But there's also this more fonts. And you can click on that and look for even more fonts that you can choose from. But I really want you to focus on just picking one real quickly and then pressing OK. And then I'll just bring it back to this lobster one just so you can see a change in the actual font type. So now I've changed the font type and I have my color. Now I can start bringing in some text boxes. You can either use this one, which is the icon on the toolbar, or you can just simply insert a text box off the insert menu. Both of them do the same thing. So let's say I wanted to just type in the word nice. And I can change again just by clicking and dragging. I can select that text. I can bold it. I can make it bigger. I'm doing the font size, and then I can change the font type, and then I can even change the color. So here, let's say I want that to be purple, and I can bring that over here, and I can actually get rid of this. If you select this and then you just click on the edge, you can move things around. You're able to move your thing, but if say I want to delete it, just press the delete key and it goes away. Now, if you would ever get in a situation where you want that back, then you can just use the undo command and it'll bring it back. See how it came back. So now I'm going to just delete that. And now another thing that you can do with your document is you can actually add pictures to it. And some of you have seen on the website we have some pictures under photo gallery. So you can just go under student resources, photo gallery, and you can pick a photo from any of these links. There's albums underneath them. So here I just decided to go into this apple holler one. And here, let's say I like this picture. I'm just going to click on it and it makes it nice and big so you can see if you really want it or not. And you can just simply right click and you get a context menu and you can click on copy image and then you can go back to your file, which is simply a tab up here. And then you're going to come back in here and then you can right click in here and simply paste it. And once you get your picture in here, now you can actually do a couple of things. You can actually crop it. So say you want to just crop it a little bit. There we go. Oops, I didn't want to do that. So you can always do undo. If it accidentally just scrunched it on you instead of actually cropping, then you can just use the undo command or Control Z. Now let's say I want to make this into a special shape. Under this crop, there's a drop down. If you click that, you see something called shapes. And I kind of like this cloud shape. So I'm going to click on that and look what it did. It actually made my picture into a cloud. It's kind of cool. And then if I click off of it, it actually keeps the cloud. And I can actually resize it. Remember, we always want to resize any pictures or photos by the corner. You can use any of the corners, but make sure it's a corner so that it maintains its aspect ratio, which means it'll keep its clarity and good picture. So right now, now I got my cloud, and then let's say I want to pick another picture from the same thing. Remember, this is our file. We're going to go back to the photo gallery, and I'm going to just click on another one here. Let's look at this one. And I can scroll just like you scroll in any document or file. And then let's say I want to get this picture in. So now I'm going to look at it and it looks great. I think I want this picture. So I'm going to copy the image. And again, I'm going to just go right back to this tab where my file is. And I'm going to right click again and paste it. Now again, I want to crop this, so I'm going to just click on the crop, and I'm just going to move this over just a little bit just to kind of get my, oops, it actually just resized it. I didn't want to do that, so I want to actually do the undo. So I want to actually, I think what we do is we actually drag it over here, and then here I can actually do the crop again. And let's try to crop this white off and then just click off of it and then you'll see your picture. Now if you notice the picture, it's a little bit on, it's kind of hard to see their faces. So what I can do is you can actually brighten it up. So you can right click it and then you can go into what's called image options. And I also want to show you that the image options is also on your toolbar. So you have two ways to get to it. So I'm just going to click on this context menu and you'll see a couple of options here. You want to go under the adjustments and look for brightness. Here it just has a slider, so you click on that little slider and you can move it to see the brightness. All you have to do is release the mouse and then you'll see that it's getting a little bit brighter. Once you're happy with it, then you can simply close this and then move your picture by clicking and dragging where you want it. You can even resize it. So then there you go. And I hope you have fun.